The scene begins in a universe where Logan, whom we know as Wolverine, died a few years ago. Deadpool, still hoping Wolverine might be alive, digs up Wolverine's grave. After some time, his shovel hits something hard, like metal. It's Wolverine's skeleton, confirming he's truly gone. Just as Deadpool is filled with despair at his shattered hope, a squad from the Time Variance Authority, or TVA, arrives to apprehend him. The TVA is an organization that monitors all timeline movements across the multiverse. Deadpool, not wanting to be captured, fights back and takes down the entire squad. Then, we're taken into a flashback of a previous story. Deadpool, whose real name is Wade Winston Wilson, is shown in his daily life, applying for a position at Stark Industries to become a member of the Avengers. This desire stems from his wish to be someone meaningful and is also encouraged by his girlfriend Vanessa, who wants Deadpool to do something more beneficial for the world. However, his application is rejected by Happy Hogan, the head of security there, because Wade is deemed unqualified.
No, please. No. Okay.
6 years after that rejection, Wade finally works as a car salesman and spends his time with his close friends, who are like family to him, and with his best friend, Peter. One day, after finishing work, Wade is biking home with Peter. As they're putting their bikes away, Wade senses someone watching him. Though he's initially suspicious, he decides to ignore it. When he steps into his house, he finds that his friends have prepared a surprise birthday party for him. Wade is warmly welcomed by his chosen family, although he has to listen to the chatter of his roommate and foster mother, Blind Al, who talks about financial difficulties. Despite this, Wade tries to stay cheerful. He also sees Vanessa, a woman he deeply loves, but since he once made mistakes and hasn't yet become the person she hoped he would be, they are now separated. In the middle of the warm, small party, the TVA squad suddenly arrives looking for him. Since Wade refuses to go without a clear reason, they forcibly take him through a portal. Now at the TVA headquarters, Wade meets Paradox, a TVA agent responsible for overseeing and monitoring the multiverse surrounding the sacred timeline. Paradox offers Wade the chance to become a superhero in another universe, which initially excites Wade, as his dream is finally within reach. After putting on his Deadpool costume again, Wade listens to Paradox's explanation. His universe is about to be destroyed because it lacks an anchor entity. This anchor entity, according to Paradox, was Logan, or Wolverine, who has died. When Deadpool resists the idea, Paradox reveals his true reason, that he's tired of managing a universe with no hope, and the only way to be free of it is to eradicate it. Returning to the opening scene, it turns out that the TVA wanted to capture Deadpool because he escaped from their headquarters. After defeating the TVA squad, Deadpool goes from one universe to another, looking for one that still has Logan. Eventually, he arrives at a bar where he sees a Logan who resembles the one from his world. When he asks this Logan for help, Logan is drunk and passes out. Deadpool then brings him back to the TVA, where Paradox explains that the Wolverine he chose is actually the worst Wolverine in the multiverse, as this Wolverine is unreliable and always runs away when people need him. In the middle of their conversation, Paradox suddenly uses a staff to send Deadpool and Wolverine to the Void, a universe known as the Realm of Emptiness, or a dumping ground for those who have failed. An annoyed Wolverine then starts hitting Deadpool harshly, demanding he take responsibility for everything that's happened. Their fight is suddenly interrupted when Deadpool says he can fix Wolverine's world with the TVA. At that moment, a man suddenly calls out to them, warning that a group of soldiers is approaching. The man approaches them and removes his hood. At first, Deadpool thinks he's Captain America. However, when the man removes his cloak, he turns out to be Johnny Storm from the Fantastic Four, known for his fire powers and ability to fly at will. We're also introduced to Sabretooth, who is known for hating Wolverine and always trying to make his life miserable. Sabretooth immediately challenges Wolverine then and there, but Wolverine easily defeats him, severing Sabretooth's head from his body. Unfortunately, they are captured by a magnetic force by their enemies and taken somewhere by the group. As they wonder where they're being taken, Johnny says it's likely they're being brought to a place ruled by someone named Cassandra Nova, known for her deadly telekinetic powers. Johnny explains that he knows this because he once encountered Cassandra Nova, but managed to escape when a monster resembling a deadly giant cloud called Alayut tried to devour him. During the journey, Wolverine and Deadpool continue arguing. Wolverine, still angry at Deadpool for bringing him to the void, extends his claws to strike Deadpool. However, due to the magnet holding the metal in his body, he's unable to move. The Ant-Man helmet serves as the headquarters for the exiled mutants there. A moment later, Cassandra Nova, their leader, appears. Cassandra Nova is the sister of Charles Xavier, the leader of the X-Men superhero team. She has been in the void for a long time. Deadpool then stirs up trouble by telling Cassandra that Johnny insulted her. Furious, as she has long wanted to capture Johnny, Cassandra immediately kills him. Cassandra tells Wolverine that he's the only Wolverine in this place. However, Wolverine responds that he isn't interested and only wants to return to his own world. Disappointed by his rejection, Cassandra mocks Wolverine, calling him the only discarded Wolverine. Enraged, Wolverine tries to attack Cassandra, but due to her great powers, she easily subdues him by sinking him into the ground. Cassandra then enters Deadpool's mind to discover what's happening and attempts to manipulate his thoughts to make him feel guilty about his relationship with Vanessa. Fortunately, Deadpool regains awareness, and suddenly, Wolverine attacks Cassandra from behind. The rejection makes Cassandra angry, and she summons Alayut to devour both of them. However, they manage to escape using a giant robot leg that's nearby. At an abandoned diner, they look for something to eat. Deadpool vents about the rejections he's received from the Avengers, the X-Men, and his ex-girlfriend, Vanessa. After resting, they continue their journey to find something that could help them escape this universe. Along the way, they encounter a dog named Dogpool and another Deadpool from a different universe called Nicepool. Nicepool explains that there are many other exiled Deadpools in the void. He tells them the direction to the border and even lends them his car to get there. During the journey, Deadpool mocks Wolverine's costume and accidentally mentions that they might be able to fix Wolverine's world. Wolverine, who only now realizes that this is uncertain, becomes frustrated. Deadpool then admits that he needs Wolverine to save his family. The two of them eventually end up fighting each other again, completely unaware that they've been battling all day. Exhausted, they both fall asleep inside the car, unaware that someone has infiltrated the vehicle and taken them to a place where food and drinks are well stocked. Soon after, several other superheroes appear, including Elektra, Blade, and Gambit. Gambit has the power to control cards as his weapons. Deadpool learns that Magneto, the mutant with the ability to manipulate magnetism, is dead. During their conversation, a girl named Laura, also known as X-23, who was saved by Wolverine from Deadpool's universe and is the one who brought Deadpool and Wolverine to the headquarters of a team called The Others, suddenly appears. They are all taken to that place by the TVA, and the only way to escape is through Cassandra. They are all shocked because Deadpool and Wolverine managed to survive Cassandra, while other superheroes like Punisher, Quicksilver, and Daredevil didn't survive her. Deadpool then suggests they all work together to defeat Cassandra, but they need Juggernaut's helmet to withstand Cassandra's telekinetic powers. Tired of hiding, they all agree to take down Cassandra. That night, Laura approaches Wolverine. There, Wolverine expresses guilt for abandoning his friends when they needed him. However, after Laura shares the story of Wolverine in her world, Wolverine begins to realize the importance of his role. Elsewhere, Paradox calls one of Cassandra's henchmen and asks them to kill Cassandra, as according to Paradox, Cassandra is now out of control. The next day, the others, Deadpool and Wolverine, head to Cassandra's headquarters in a car. Using a bazooka, Blade fires at the gate of the headquarters, allowing them to enter easily. Once inside, they are confronted by Cassandra's forces, and a battle between the superheroes begins. Deadpool and Wolverine head straight for Cassandra to confront her, while Laura faces off against Juggernaut. Upon reaching Cassandra's location, Deadpool is immediately defeated by Cassandra, while Wolverine continues to fight her. As Cassandra begins to invade Wolverine's mind, outside, Laura manages to defeat Juggernaut and throws the helmet to Deadpool. Inside Wolverine's mind, Cassandra sees Wolverine running away when people needed him. She even arrives when his X-Men friends have already been slaughtered. Cassandra, present in Wolverine's mind, then invites him to stay with her. However, while Cassandra is still inside Wolverine's mind, Deadpool takes the opportunity to place Cassandra's head into Juggernaut's helmet, instantly rendering her powers useless. They have successfully subdued Cassandra. Deadpool, intending to kill her, is interrupted when Cassandra's henchman, who was sent by Paradox the previous night, suddenly shoots Cassandra.
My entire existence!
Wolverine then asks Deadpool to release Cassandra because he remembers Charles Xavier. He says that if Charles Xavier knew about Cassandra's existence, he would have gone to her. This causes Cassandra to soften, and she opens a portal to Deadpool's original world using a ring from Doctor Strange, whom she had killed a few days earlier. Wolverine and Deadpool both step into the portal and land right in front of Peter, who is serving customers. Cassandra's henchman sent by Paradox finally admits he was ordered by Paradox to kill her. On the other side, Paradox forbids Deadpool from entering the TVA, and at that moment, Cassandra suddenly arrives there, using the opportunity to enter Paradox's mind. Cassandra eventually discovers that Paradox is building a timeline eraser device. This makes Cassandra want to use it to erase all timelines and become a god. Not long after, Dogpool arrives with Nicepool and other variants of Deadpool. The Deadpool variants wanting to chase Cassandra are blocked by Deadpool. Ladypool, who has become the leader, shoots Deadpool. Deadpool then uses Nicepool as a shield, but it turns out Nicepool does not have the power to regenerate from death. Deadpool takes Nicepool's golden gun, which he had been eyeing for some time, while Wolverine casually walks along, carrying Dogpool, which prevents him from being attacked. With no other choice, the two of them fight against all the Deadpool variants and easily defeat them. However, unfortunately, all the Deadpool variants regenerate, bringing them back to life. Luckily, shortly after, another Deadpool arrives. This one turns out to be Peter, also known as Peterpool, who claims that Deadpool is his friend, causing all the Deadpool variants to stop attacking them. Cassandra arrives at the timeline eraser device and prepares to use it. Meanwhile, Paradox informs Deadpool and Wolverine that to destroy the timeline eraser, they must connect its power sources, known as matter and antimatter. However, whoever uses it will surely die. Cassandra then starts activating the timeline eraser device, while Deadpool and Wolverine argue over who will sacrifice themselves. However, Wolverine says that he should be the one to do it because he has no one left. Wolverine walks into the power source room, but he is suddenly punched by Deadpool, who insists that he should be the one to do it because he is the Marvel Jesus. Deadpool then begins to take one piece of the matter, but when he tries to take the other, he struggles. Meanwhile, Cassandra is close to destroying the timeline. Fortunately, Wolverine manages to break in and help Deadpool take the second piece of matter, and together they combine both pieces, successfully thwarting Cassandra's plan and erasing her from existence. Meanwhile, Paradox, who was caught trying to use the timeline eraser machine, is captured by TVA enforcers. In the middle of the conversation, Deadpool and Wolverine, who were thought to be destroyed, suddenly appear in front of them. This is because they combined their efforts to destroy the timeline eraser device. Whatever they did, their actions successfully regenerated their timeline and erased the destruction of Deadpool's universe. Deadpool also asked the TVA enforcers for help to release his friends from the others from the void and allow them to return to their original universes. After that, Wolverine, who stayed in Deadpool's universe, became part of Deadpool and his friends, as well as his new friend, Dogpool.